Hi Tori, this is John. I wanted to let you know that I did go over your printer as you're looking at it, if in fact you're watching this movie, but the printer is, there's some things I had to do. One, I had to clean the printer up a little bit, and I'm going to try to show you, and I had to readjust some of the pressure points because there was too much pressure. And I also had to realign it because it was out of alignment, and when I'm talking about alignment, I'm going to see if I can pan down. Right in here, if you look down and through here, and I'll point this out to you in a minute, you'll see where the red dot is. This was all out of align, so I actually just detached here the screws and remounted the entire machine back to where it was. And that alignment, that big gap that was there, actually puts a little pressure on what's underneath here, which is called the platen roll. So I cleaned the platen roll and also took care of the adjustments as far as the pressure points. And you and I talked about it on the phone, but I'll just kind of reiterate that. Those pressure points is right here. Hopefully you can see those. In fact, if not, I'm going to pan over just to make certain that you can. But that would be here, and then the other one is right in there, if you can see that. And you can see, instead of being up on 4 where you had told me they were, they're back down on 2 where they should be. Keep in mind, the secret with all printing is to use the lowest heat setting possible for print clarity at the least amount of pressure. That adds tremendous life to the printer, but more importantly, it gives you the perfect print. And the secret behind any print is you want to make certain that you put enough so that the image shows, but not too much where it could be wiped off. A lot of people don't know this, but the darker you make that print, you create a doming effect on the label itself. And when you get that doming effect, that's the ink that could easily be wiped off while it's in the printing process, or even off later when somebody's applying the label and so forth. So once again, the lowest heat setting with the least amount of pressure is the ideal print, and then you make your adjustments according to that. So, but if I had to rate this printer right now on a scale of 1 to 10, and keep in mind I've been doing this for the better part of 3 decades now, but on a 1 to 10, this printer is at a 10. In fact, your boss may not want to hear this, but this printer should have never been replaced because it's in that good of condition. So hats off to your group, but this printer is actually in very, very good condition and so forth. But let me show you the printing, and I'm also going to switch from the white to the yellow labels. The only difference is I'm using a 4x2. You folks use a 4x1.5. The size really doesn't matter, but let me just show you what what I'm doing right here. But let me do some printing first. File, print, and I'm going to say, let's print. Now I'm going to adjust because I know you can't see that. The reason why I started the printing was so that in fact I can get in there so you can actually see the printing itself. But you can see that printing is beautiful. Let me take it out of pause mode. Yeah, as you can see, the printing on this is just absolutely astounding. Now what I'm going to do is, because that was the big question, the white labels work, the yellow labels don't. These are the white labels. I'm just going to take this out now, and just for purposes, just see if in fact this can come back up and start printing yellow labels right away. Not too often I do this, so I'm going to kind of like hold my breath and say, hey, everything should go smooth. But I like doing this because I like to show people basically how easy it is to print. Let's take this out of pause. You can see the yellow labels. Now it's going to take and realign itself. Now as you can see, and I'll take it out, I just changed from the white label to the yellow, and you can see the print quality didn't change one iota. And if your machine is set up properly, it shouldn't change. That's why when we talked on the phone, I told you there's no difference between those labels. If for whatever reason you went from the white to the yellow and it changed, that meant there was the machine was just set up wrong to begin with to cause a problem. And I don't, to this day, I still don't understand what happened on that. But you can see the print quality. Also, I'm running at a much higher speed too. You can run at a lower speed, but I am running at a higher speed, as you can see, and so forth. And I'm going to include some of these labels in with the machine so you can actually see it, because as you can, I'm using a barcode. The rule of thumb is if you can print a barcode, you can print just about everything, because that's the toughest thing to actually print. And I threw a couple graphics in here because graphics are very tough too, but if you can get the graphics in the barcode, guess what? Just straight alphanumeric characters, it's no problem whatsoever. But once again, I rate this machine from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. This machine in my mind is at a 10. I mean, the print quality is just beautiful coming off this unit now. So I'd hang on to this, and my recommendation, I'd actually put this back in production. Now, one thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to go over to the panel here, so bear with me. And I'm hoping that, in fact, somebody will, in fact, view this video. Let me see if I can't adjust this, because there's some things I wanted to show you on this. I don't know if you can see that. First, I'm going to cancel this out, this print job. And I did. I took it out. It's canceled. I take it out of pause, so it's good to go. Now, I'm going to go in here because I want to show you. That's your darkness. I have it at 11. But we can cursor through this. Your print speed's at 4. You can change that to a 2. Tear off mode. But I'm going to get on here, and I'm going to show you how you can record, or at least get a printed copy of your information. Here where it says list setup, and I'm hoping you can see that, I'm going to hit select, and then you'll see where the word print comes out, and I'm going to hit the plus button. And then I'm going to back off so you can actually see this, what I did, and I want you to actually see where this prints a copy of all your settings, and I'll show you this in a minute. I'm hoping you'll be able to see this. I'm going to try to focus it in here a little bit. But it has all your settings as far as your heat settings, your speeds, and so forth. Your communications. It actually runs into a number of blocks, 4 blocks, and that's all the settings on the machine itself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a copy of this so you have that, but I wanted to show you how in fact you can actually print out a copy of your settings and so forth. But based on what I just showed you, the print quality is excellent. I went right from the white to the yellow. The print quality didn't fluctuate one bit. The machine works fine. It's printing at a higher speed, and I'm using the same label material, the same ribbons and so forth that you're using down there. And if you notice, there is no smudging or anything like that. I mean, it works just perfect. But once again, if the settings are right, everything would work right. If the settings aren't right, that's when you get the complaints. Oh, when you get closer to the threading, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's because the settings aren't right on that machine and something else is going on. But anyway, so you have this. I'm going to pack the machine up and send it back to you. Thank you.